Okay, Horn Children. We're dealing with Deepest right now. Interesting. Oh shit, they're right there. Okay.
Alright, so Slinger, Fighter. So Viva can reach that one. Be sure the only one left is one that has 2 health points, so I'm not very worried. Yeah, there it is. Two of them. Careful if they want to. Oh, that works. Free step.
Wow. Okay.
That's just gonna move. But that's that.
Victory.
Ironic is pretty close to leveling.
Oh shit.
Head Thrasher. How's that compared to the Boon Lance?
This is a tier 1 thing, and she's using a tier 1 weapon. This one has a knockback property, though.
This is what Thanatos used for most of the game. Still, unless you want to replace the angry wife, we can be very angry wife.
We can replace how about we replace your lumber axe so you have 2 options? Because this has a knockback effect.
That works, yeah.
Okay,
Which
cool. Bracelet of Faith. Expertly woven, plus 0.7 health. Auralia has the lowest, so I think she could probably use it.
Okay.
Alright. Secure.
Secure.
Thorough. Because enchanted gear makes everything safer.
We can afford it on chapters where there's no time limit. New opportunity.
Opportunity. A passing pilgrim saves Murasan's life. Trekking the narrow winter roads of nowhere, a sudden illness clogs Murasan's chest, shoots barbs through his veins, rouses him in the night to kneel heaving in the dark outside the tent. So far, he's pushed through it, hoping it would ebb. Instead, it's worsening. Ugh.
Hey, Murasan, let's rest a while. I'm worn out. In fact, here, let's camp in this spot. Looks defensible.
Auralia sets Murasan down, then goes off for firewood, enough to last the night and the following morning. Murasan sips from his canteen. Sunset's not yet close. And, odd enough, that's when a faith-called pilgrim comes down the road. You're bad off, aren't you, Earthson? You look it. Do you mind if I stoop down and listen to your signs? I'm Tarun. No one worth fearing. Pilgrim of an order that's never been popular. A god who'd never asked to be. Whoever you are, The pilgrim bends down and places fingers on Murasan's pulse. Holds a coin before his mouth, then an ear to his upper chest. Huh? Is that bad? I've seen symptoms like these, certainly. Your eyes are still clear, that's good. How long have you...
3 days. Just 3. Who are you?
You his friend. Well, that man is suffering from Igakora. Rare disease. Folks get it in winter, a wayward spore. I can treat it, but to cure it is impossible, or nearly. I suppose I should say. A while later,
You have our gratitude.
Tarun's administered a small elixir made from water and wild barrowbell, as well as some burnt crushed mushrooms. He told Murasan to sleep, and he's been in the tent ever since. He'll need more of this elixir. The rest of his life he'll need it. Igakora leaves husks where happiness was. It's a brutal way to go.
You mentioned a cure.
And I shouldn't have. It's one of those convenient stories about a miraculous heal-all. Once long ago I tried to find it. The journey cost my brother his life. By the time I'd returned, empty-handed, the man it would have healed had already passed. The desperate hearts are reckless. Treat the disease patiently, and he'll live longer. You're saying I'm doomed, aren't you? That it's only a matter of time? Oh, you're already looking better. Some constitution you must have. Feel a lot stronger, and I thank you. But so tell us both about this cure.
Murasan?
Oh, Dale, my goddess, my god. He mumbles into the fire a moment. Is this the purpose of my wandering feet follow? If it is, and it must be, I'll trust my feet. I will. Then meets their eyes again. Our paths brought us all here. Who am I to deny my place? They huddle close to the flames as the pilgrim Tarun reluctantly describes a distant place, a harrowing guardian, a legendary restorative. And in summary, since you seem set on seeking it out, please, let me accompany you. It's clear to me that I was put in your path for this holy duty. You'll need the elixir regardless, and I can teach you to make it. I believe we should take option 1 and set out the next day.
Yep, alright. So
Who do we
three
want
people we could take.
Yeah, who do we want to send with him? Mercen and Aurelia by default, but
Yeah, let's send the Vela with them anyway.
alright.
Then I reckon handle things back there.
Belt of Power. 0.7 bonus damage. Murasan could probably use the bonus damage. His is the lowest.
Alright, give it to him.
Alright. We don't want to leave Panara idle, so I think I'll have her start making defenses while the others are off doing that.
Alright. Give me a second, I'm just trying to look at a character sheet.
Okay.
Continue.
The story continues. I've never met a holy pilgrim. Over the course of the journey, the disease hasn't left Murasan's body, but his health has returned, little by little, with the elixir Tarun's brewed. You're a pilgrim of the Wandering Church, aren't you? You make a lot of folks curious, I'd imagine. Your cheeks look sunken. Less sunken. Glad to see you eating more. They're nearing their destination, an ancient shrine to the sea, where the fabled restorative is said to be housed. I remember this forest. It's been all my life, and I haven't returned. So it's almost like he's alive again, my brother. Night knocks them off their knees. A short, salty dinner, a stiff drink, and a draught of medicine. sleep. They wake to Mill in the cold dawn, achy and oddly anxious. You asked me yesterday, Murison, about being a pilgrim. Yeah, but if you... My brother and I told you we went after the cure together. Well, the man we were set on retrieving it for... He was our father. In failing, I lost them both. I was overcome with, so many feelings. Guilt, mostly. That I'd led my brother, Griffey. I'd led Griffey to his death, and for nothing. In the end, it was for nothing. A great cosmic joke. They pack up their camp in quiet and set out again. My brother, funny kid. Too smart for his age. Sarcastic. Anyway, I dropped my heart in a well of hatred. I'll spare you those evil blank stories. But I met my pilgrim one day. Quibden, she was called, one of Dale's wanderers. Dale, our god, our goddess. Dale.
Come, walk with me.
That's all she said. That's all anyone needed to say. I was young still. I'd been torturing myself and the world. The unusually sinuous tracks that winds between the trees leads beneath a rocky overhang, into the belly of a cliffside and down. Old Quibden taught me about Dale, her god. Not to force me to change, but to fix before me a kind of star. Dale is woman and man, thing and idea. All is in Dale, and Dale is in all. Thus, wandering amongst all is joy. Keeping a journal of your journeys is worship.
All paths lead us where we must be. The whim and the will are no different. All I do is love, and love is where my feet carry me.
I didn't believe it quickly, but gradually. The steps we took, seasons, then years. By the time we came back to my hometown, I wasn't angry anymore, even at myself. Sorrowful, bitter in moments, but aware, as I had never been, of all the love I'd been given, all the love I still had a chance to give back. And I stay back, Tarun. Oh, that's Griffey? My brother, standing exactly as he stood when it struck him. What's...
Come take a look at this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe stick close, though. For now.
This may be our vaunted guardian. What's left of it, anyway.
I remember this thing. Shaking, moving, alive. The terror of its forged fire eyes. Certainly looks horrific. Glad we don't have to face it.
Who killed it and left its treasure alone?
So that's the cure? Turun, what did you call the sickness I've contracted? It's called Ikakora. The wood is the Nark. It's...
And this remedy?
I don't know. The story is old. A restorative of some kind that could be used to heal any malady. It's hard to compare legend to a hunk of glowing salt. Book I read described it as a gift from the sea, answered with treachery. A single crystallized miracle. Close to the crystal, unless they are imagining it, they hear the noise of playful waves and ribboning wind.
Oh boy. Moral choices. So we can use it to heal Murasan. I guess if we don't, he'll get a permanent debuff. Or we can use it to bring back his brother.
He's already moved on from his brother, so I feel like that might just make things more complicated than they need to be. And there's always a chance that it'll just backfire in some horrifically tragic way, so...
Yeah, but at the same time, if it does work, you'd be giving a young man a second chance at life.
My vote is the first one, personally.
Alright, I know who'd be it.
Murisan lifts the crystal off its altar. It threads his knuckles with spirals of light. The light feels damp.
Just be wary, alright?
Do I just try thinking it? The illness and the cure.
Is that really all you can suggest? What does thinking it even mean?
Murisan holds the crystal close. He visualizes his own insides, or tries to. Pretends to see the illness, green and hairy. For some reason, then he imagines a scouring wave. It becomes true in him, like a memory. Salt and water, chill and churning as the earth deep down moves, lurching wildly and massively, and silent. The crystal in his hands fountains light. Coarse seawater seems to rush in his system. The brilliance overflows around them until, in another instant, it drains away. The crystal has dissolved to nothing. A briny mist clings to the air.
Murisan? Are you?
Not sure. At least I'm alive. Just then, a hungry growl emerges from the shadows beyond the Gorgon remains. It's echoed by a second unseen mouth. You hear that? Is it more of them?
Get behind us.
Gorgons!
Gobblers.
Gorgon gobblers. Oh, and they're big. Oh boy. One sec.
Yeah. I almost wonder if we rescued the dude, he might give us a new party member. Thing has ranged. Didn't expect that. Ah, no, it drags you in. Okay, yeah,
She's
maybe
just being whipped all over the damn place.
Well, that's its problem, I guess. Time to try out new hammer.
Jesus!
That's
Bonk!
Probably the worst person they could have dragged in.
Bonk! Hey, Ralia!
Hey. Archer's counter, melee attacks, it's kind of irrelevant. Let's give her a counter attack.
Owl-wise Scarf, plus 0.7 potency.
That's another thing, I'm pretty sure. Magic.
Those what killed our guardian, you think? Kind of surprising.
Doubtful. I'd say it's the work of a hero. A blind, brave woman with a golden saber and hair like opals.
You ready to get out of here, Tarun? I'm already moving. They file from the cave, each shuffling through their own thoughts. Griffey, I'm sorry. We got what we came for, just too late to save Father. Our family met hard fates.
We'll come back and move him if you like. Carry him to a better place of rest.
Would you? I'd appreciate that. Somewhere in the sun, at least. Somewhere he can feel sun, rain, and breeze. They mark their way out, making sure those who return can find Tarun's brother. The forest smells sweeter than before. Camp that night is on the edge of the woods. You look good, Murisan. If you feel like it, we'll forego the elixir. We can try that, thank you. Tarun sleeps early. Murisan and Aralia stay up to watch the fire fade to its embers. Aralia, you know, when I held that crystal, something frightening happened, or something happened long ago. There were queens and cities, and an empire beneath the sea. Gorgons. We're betrayed by... I don't know. It's weird. The miracle magic came from the ocean.
You're all better, yeah? That Igakora thing? It's done?
Yeah, feels like it.
I can hear it in your voice. I'm glad.
Never knew how glad I'd be to know things weren't ending. The disease's vestiges are wiped and gone from Murasan's body. In fact, the cure has left him stronger. From time to time, he'll dream of a world beneath the sea. He'll wake in a well of blue bottomless sorrow until he recognizes the sky.
And he's dinged up as well. What are you choosing?
I think I'm going to give him quelling moss. Because poison.
Let's gather everyone back at the reef refinery. Well, no, Cave of Var, she's still building her defense, isn't she?
Now, we got an incursion coming in like 30 days.
Are we going to attack? We're going to attack them first. Which direction is it going in?
Morthagi in great number move to attack. They're coming from there.
Stand blind. The three that aren't working on it, let's head them straight over. Start working on some defenses.
Honestly, we could probably also send a Villa because the things aren't going to be passing through there.
Right, tier 2. Yeah, just got tier 2.
Alright, let him work through those defenses. Get out of here, Weldling.
Foggy. Foggy.
The main reason the Weldlings are so scary is because they force you to scatter.
Huh.
Because the enemies spew fire that burns and attacks a large group. You're very, very dangerous.
Hey, you wiped each other out.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well then, let us go into the Dream Beret Forest, eh?
Yeah, scouting. Mutually assured destruction.
Patrol.
It's been 7 years, by the way, we've been traveling around.
Yeah, I know. All right.
They seem to have the place surrounded. And they're not exactly being subtle about it. I can hear their din from here. What do you think they're so agitated about? It's a forge. They probably love that stuff. It's like when you put me in front of a ham. Total mayhem.
Mayhem? Hey! God damn it. That's here too? These are different personality types. I thought that pun wouldn't be here. It's horrible.
Araldi is pretending she doesn't know her mother right now.
So, when it comes to the actual approach...
I vote stick together.
Yep.
Oof. Oh, there's the first watchman right up there.
Hold on, I'm not in the thing yet.
Oh, you're not?
Yeah.
You're still loading?
I was still in the bloody storyboard, it wasn't progressing.
Oh. Weird.
Had a few moments like that. I didn't seem to stay in sync. But yeah, first watchman's right there, I see, and there's a house with 1, 2, 3, there's 4 rooms. Well, I just shredded a bit of armor.
Damn, Skippy.
Yak. There's the other one. Alright, got a few inbound. I'd rather get a Veiler down to deal with the Watchman. It's be more suited for it. Try and have the archers take care of. Back. If you move Panara, I might be able to get Velo that stick. Can you move Panara at all?
No. Panara can't do anything else.
Yeah, because she's blocking the way, so getting past her takes a more. So I can't reach the spectac.
I mean, if you if you swap to your spear, you'll have longer range.
True. Do I have longer enough range? But I don't have long enough range though.
Well, then I guess just get in front of Panara so you can take the hit.
Should change my shield really.
Nice. I like that hammer.
Yeah, should have changed to my shield really there since it's offensive. But yeah, getting close now there. That's not it apparently.
It's not. We're out of enemies for the moment, but we're not done with this mission. We have to investigate the forge.
There's probably gonna be a boss in there. Alright, surround the door, don't open it yet. Gather everyone around the door. Alright, I'm having a Veiler open up.
Do it. Absolute chaos.
Ugh.
Crash.
Oh!
I told you to run.
Hey! I can fight, but one hammer isn't going to take these down. Get in here and help me!
Oh
Alright.
crap, they've got a weldling. Do not be stay scattered. When fighting that, when dealing with
They
that
said-
sucker. Wildlings are nasty pieces of work.
Bastard. Hey, we have a fighting ability. You towing? Try and take care of that big lad. Yeah. Okay. Can mirror something shit? Yes.
I think there's a lot of flammable shit in here, so those fires will spread if we don't extinguish some shit.
Yeah. Move her in here. Neat, just thought, Ha!
Level ups!
Or something like that.
Crow Feather Bracelet. 0.8 warding. Panara has the lowest warding. I'd say we give it to her.
Right. You.
Vela is now Bloodhorn.
It. If a Vela ends a turn by moving, she'll automatically enter. Murasan.
He took archery. He'll counterattack now, too. So keep him and Auralia joined at the hip. Nothing can stand in their way.
Sorry I couldn't have been more help. I don't fight quite like I used to.
That's alright. We'll take whatever help we can get. Could have gone worse, you know?
Barged in here and tried to hide behind the furnace.
Why would they go after their own kind like that?
They wouldn't. There's something different about this one. I want to keep it around and see if I can compare it to the other Morthagi. Maybe I'll put it where the door knocker shelf used to be. Do you think you could help me drag?
Sure. Hey, listen. We appreciate all you've done so far, but I have to ask, are those deepest tattoos?
Oh, it's embarrassing, actually. I went through one of their initiation rituals years ago. They made some intriguing claims about life extension, and I was into that sort of thing. But the promises didn't pan out, and they ended up being pretty unpleasant characters. Cults come and go, but tattoos are forever. Teach your kids that one.
Yay, victory! Based on your performance this chapter, you have earned 9 years of peace. We have 12 legacy points, a total of 4 heartwoods, 2 hides, 11 ingots, 3 fabrics, and 10 spell threads. Didn't do a whole lot of undermining, but better than nothing. During the years of peace, the pilgrim Tarun saw his brother's statue move to a peaceful, fragrant place. There for the rest of his days he stayed, reading to the stone man and talking to him about all he had seen and done, wandering with the grace of Dale. He would be buried beside him. True to Vilwell's word, Panara never went thirsty, for his taps were always flowing when the party came by. Panara! Evella began having dreams of a branched-off life, where the clothes were strange, people spoke into glowing boxes, and mechanical carts whisked you around at great speeds. Each night, the dreams would tell a bit more, and Evella was disappointed when they finally stopped. Was she dreaming of modern world times?
Potentially.
Glowing people talking into glowing boxes. We're doing that right now! Aurelio was visited once by a woman cloaked in ivy. The spirit lay out 3 futures for Aurelia to pick from. After careful deliberation, one was finally picked. During the years of peace... Oh boy, do we want to advance Murasan's transformation? Have him get more leg shit? He'll lose some speed, but his block will increase.
He's just slowly transforming into a crystal.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. Alright. Upgrade
Alright,
here.
I think armor should be, you think?
Probably.
So, what would it take to get crossbow? Two hides on fabric. We can probably only afford 1 set of armor. We have very few fabric.
If we want to get anything more, it'll cost us legacy points, but we can do it.
Yes. I think armor-wise, Avela's probably the most important, being the tank.
Sure, yeah, go for it.
So there's Link Mail, which gives more armor, but speed and dodge. Brawl Guard, which ups everything, but armor not nearly as much. What do you think?
I mean, she's a Dragoon. They typically wear heavier armor, so... But it's up to you.
Link Mail, then. Right.
Let's see here. Anything else will cost us legacy points to get.
I can afford to, in terms of weapons, I can afford to give Aralia a crossbow. Range goes down slightly, but damage and accuracy goes up. How many destiny points do we, legacy points do we have?
We have 12. I'm gonna go ahead and buy Murasan a better bow, since I can do that.
Alright. Crossbow's down. Crossbow now costs more. So he's got a better bow. Avela's hammer's pretty good, so she can manage that.
I'm gonna get a better staff for Panara.
Do that. Then the only thing I really want to buy with Legacy, it costs 5 now, because every new thing you bought has cost more. It's costing more. So, yeah, we have 12, you say.
12 legacy points.
So it was 7 if I buy the Star Weaver. For extra damage, so damage is up, range accuracy will be up by 5, stun damage is up by 2, range is down by 0.7. Yeah. Go well. She's got Bolt Storm.
Gonna go ahead and pick up a slightly better dagger as well for Murisan, just in case he has to scrap with something up close. Well, actually, no, I'll save the stuff on that. Fortunately, getting any better armor for anyone will take us past the point where we can afford to get new party members, which we do always want to invest in if we can. So I guess
Yeah, we can also purchase poison orb throwing daggers. You want to get anything extra?
Murisan already does poison. If you want to get poison for a rally, I go for it. I don't see any reason to get the throwing daggers. I'm pretty much set on that.
Alright, continue.
Next.
Drac, you're back. I was so worried. When you wrote about that horrible mortal mechanical nonsense, I was afraid you had lost your mind.
Nonsense. I'm completely serious. Why are you making that face? There's a plague out there. I'm telling you, I found a way for us to bypass death. And you're making that face.
You can't bypass death. What you're talking about, that's something else. Something unnatural. Abominable.
The Morthagi have always been tools. We've used them to achieve countless other things. So why not this? Penora had visited Terwin a few times. They picked apart Morthagi elbows and debated the nature of consciousness over jugs of wine. They dug into the body of the strange Morthagi as well, but Terwin remained puzzled as to how it worked. So when Penora received an urgent invitation to the forge, she set off immediately.
Thank you. Listen. I have very important, potentially dangerous information. I knew I had to share it with you. Of course. You might even say I'm honored to be the person that you'd come to first.
Hey, Penora. About time. We've been waiting for you.
I'd start with pleasantries, but there's nothing pleasant about this. A wave of Morthagi has been moving across the countryside. A little further out, closer to Danenheld, but causing just as much destruction. Based on the way they're spreading, it seems like they originated in Aradada Opens.
I've had some amazing cheese from there.
Well, if we weren't motivated by duty or glory before, now we can add cheese to the list. There are most certainly some of the old Mortificer's workshops there, and I wouldn't be surprised if... Mortificers are still around? No, but their workshops are. And some Morthagi can manufacture more of themselves without a person overseeing the process. Fascinating. So, the Black Storm sets out again.
Right. Every day we wait.
I'm finishing up a better weapon, but I'll try to meet you at Full Plow Gasworks.
I had a feeling this would happen.
Any insights? No. It's standard in some ways, but then the core of it is bizarre. Something complicated is going on here, but I can't figure out exactly what.
It's a person turned into a machine.
Excuse me. You have the body of my friend in there. You've kept it in decent condition. I appreciate that. Apologies. This must be strange.
Not at all. That is... Yes, it is strange. But I have many questions for you.
The shadows deepen. All monster groups will draw an extra monster card in every battle.
You're turning people into Morthagi.
And if I'm
What's
reading
been going on?
And if I'm reading it right, the objective was to try and bypass the Gorgons shit that was going on in the first campaign.
I mean, we've already mentioned the Gorgons and the ocean and how the Gorgons dealt.
Yeah. Oh, hey, your recruitment prospect up there.
Way up there.
Up in Denenheld.
Yeah. Which those areas are all still pretty much secure. We've left our tier 3 fortifications half finished.
Yeah.
9 years.
For 9 fucking years.
And yeah, the new objective, that's also more thuggy, is only 2 squares away from the Cave of Umar.
But we do have to clear all Morthuggi sites, so there are more.
Yeah.
Any point of hostility must needs be dealt with.
I suppose Denenhard would be the first location to go. Staging area.
Yeah.
Though it might also be good to finish those fortifications at Umar.
Probably. But either way, that seems like as good a stopping point as any for the time being.
Alright.
As it is, my throat is actually starting to hurt. I don't think I'm going to be able to record as a result of that. But if nothing else, I do want my voice to be alive for future shit. So, yeah, you can come back to this another day.
So, this campaign so far has been more disastrous than my previous.
Oh, yeah. And hey, I mean, if you're going to lose anyone in this game, it's usually going to happen early on. That's when most of the maiming and deaths happen, is when your characters are still brand new and trying to find their feet.
Yeah, and we lost Gabronth.
Right
Your
out
old
the
daddy. Yeah.
Poor bastard. Oh, well. All right, well, either way, that was the first chapter of this particular storyline in Wildermyth.